What I believe that money does grow on trees. Well, it did used to, because it was made of paper once. Now it's so digital. But because it grows from the seeds that we plant, the roots that we nourish, and the branches that we dare to reach for, I believe that everyone deserves to be heard, to be seen and acknowledged. Every story matters, and every voice holds wisdom. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle Starr from EVOL-Ve Wellness and Coaching, formerly a Get Unstuck coach, or work with people to do transformational life purpose coaching. I believe some of us walk through trauma, not as punishment, but as a sacred invitation to become light bearers for those who will one day cross our pathway, even if just at a crossroads or a zebra crossing, and even if only for a moment. I believe that we're all connected, and I believe that our belief systems shape our world. What we think of ourselves becomes the lens which we experience reality. If you believe that you're unworthy, well, that's what you'll see reflected. But when you believe that you actually are worthy, life starts to mirror that back. I believe we create our own reality. And I would believe that I was born with a 5D consciousness while navigating in a 3D world. And I've never, ever quite fit into all of the 3D boxes. I believe change happens one soul at a time. And I believe I'm here to help heal mind, body, spirit, so people can remember their wholeness. I believe we each have a soul blueprint, and a part of our journey is meeting the other half of ourselves. Not in another person, but by remembering who we are, why we came here, and what we chose to learn in this lifetime. Some of us are here to take just a few steps forward. Others come to completely transform, to evolve so fully that there's no going back. And if you think you're done transforming, you're not. Because if you were, you wouldn't still be here. I've been at rock bottom, relying on social services, living on people's couches at times, a long time ago, and just scraping through. I've walked that path that society labels as a burden, a failure, or a waste. But I know more now. That part of my story gave me insight, compassion, resilience, and a foundation to rise from, like many others before me have done. Now, I believe in helping others while healing myself. I believe the more we understand ourselves, the more we can hold space for others to do the same. And when you feel like you've done it all, achieved so much, helped so many, but still feel the call for more, that's the whisper of evolution. Life never stops teaching. I honour the generations who came before me, those who struggled, who fought, who sacrificed so that I could have the freedom that I live in today. They lived in the trenches so I could walk on the sacred ground. They lost so I could find myself. I've learned to value both abundance and simplicity, to have more and to have less, and to judge neither, because judgment usually comes from a lack of lived experience. And what we judge, life often gives us, so we can understand it, live it, and finally let go of the judgment. Just like Neale Donald Walsh, whose books and journeys shape so much of my own, I've come to see that life gives us every human's experience, not to punish, but to expand us. I see it in my children too. Even though I set out to break generational patterns, I realize now I chose to live them, just like my ancestors. But I also chose to learn from them. And that learning is the legacy that I pass on. Whether my children walk similar paths or choose new ones, I trust they have what it takes to become the change makers that this new earth needs. Because I believe that the old world, the 3D world, is collapsing and a new one is rising. There's evidence of that all around us. And we are the ones that we have been waiting for.